Happy Thanksgiving month or turkey month to you guys. Today we're going to deep fry a turkey and I'm going to show you exactly how, step by step. All right, it all starts with the prep. I got an 18-pound bird here. I bought this from Sam's. Most birds that I buy, 90% of them come frozen. The best way to defrost and properly defrost a turkey is by putting it in your refrigerator for about 3 to 5 days before cooking. Okay, so as far as seasoning goes, whatever you like, however you want to do it. You can dry brine it, you can wet brine it, you can inject it, whatever fancies you, that's up to you. I think the real star of the show is the actual grease. Obviously seasoning and marinating is important, but I think it's more important the way you do it for either baking or smoking, whereas, you know, it's not going to dry out. Frying it, the beauty of frying it is it's going to be a juicy bird. I actually injected this turkey last night, let it sit out in the refrigerator. What that does is it draws the moisture up. For purposes of frying it, I'm just going to take some paper towels, pat it dry. Like I said, we do not want moisture. I did inject this, and then I do like to hit it with some Tony's. Most people say that may make the grease burn. I have never found that to happen. I think grease control, temperature control are far more important than your particular seasoning causing it to burn. However, it could be a reason why my peanut oil burns. We'll get into that later. Okay, so I'm just lightly dusting this with Tony's. I don't do anything else to the bird. Once it comes out of the grease, I just lightly dust it, put it in the grease. So putting it in the grease is the whole reason I want to make this video. I've seen far too many videos of people putting their turkeys in the grease in these backyard fryers, and fires come after it. So I'm going to show you a foolproof way. And the last thing I want to go over, so we just want to tuck these wings behind it so it just sits real nice, okay? Other than that, this bird is completely defrosted. I took off excess moisture. I injected it. I coated it with some Tony's. Again, however you want to season it. You can wet brine it, dry brine it, whatever you like. As long as your bird is seasoned and marinated. Again, the star of the show is frying it. So let's get to cooking. All right, before we even drop this turkey in, let's go over a few safety measures first. Okay, A, we want to make sure our temperature's right. 375 for the temperature of the oil. Obviously, once when you place the turkey in, the oil is going to dramatically reduce. We'll go over oil levels and what type of oil I use later on. We want to turn off our fire. Obviously, anytime you're dropping in the bird, the oil is going to react to the cold bird, and it's going to have a violent reaction. It's pretty violent. You're going to see. So my biggest thing is turning off the flame and slowly, as slow as you possibly can, drop that bird in the grease. Use a barbecue protective high heat gloves. You don't want to burn yourself. Once when the grease starts to settle down, you can continue lowering and lowering and lowering. Okay, you may have a couple little splash outs, but the biggest thing I see is people really going down in there quick. That's the biggest thing. If you just take your time, slowly drop your bird in, you're not going to have any spillage at all. All right, so look, our oil is up to temp. I'm going to place the bird in the basket. I'm going to lower it down, and we're going to go there. Again, we'll go over what type of oil we use, how much oil to fill up, and we'll go from there. We're going to turn our grease off, obviously. All right, here we go. Slowly, as slowly as you possibly can, drop it in. Okay? You just hear it. Don't be afraid. Watch your grease. Don't be afraid to come up. You want to watch the grease coming up from the center of the turkey. That can get you. Just taking my time, just waiting for my grease to stabilize. There it is, folks. It's in there. A little bit of spillover. That's normal. Cap it. Alrighty, now that we have the bird in, we safely got it put in the grease. We turn our fire back on. Let's talk about the type of oil we use, how much oil to put in the pot, and how long to cook the bird. Okay, so first and foremost, I don't like peanut oil. It's burned on me. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it could be because I'm dusting it with Tony's or any other seasoning on top while cooking. However, if I use a mixed oil like seed oil and peanut oil, I don't incur any of that problems. I've fried literally a couple hundred of turkeys like this. My dad owns a restaurant, so I fried there in backyard and always had their problems. For me, I go to either Sam's or Costco and buy grease. It's cheaper there. But if you don't have a membership, Walmart or your local grocery stores sell peanut oil or mixed seed oil and peanut oil, like I was mentioning, by 3 gallons. And it's in a small square box. Which brings me to my next point. How much grease to put in the pot? Most people overthink this issue. They put water in the pot, put the bird in the pot with it, mark it. That's good. I think, again, that's overthinking it. It's about 3 gallons. They sell it in a 3-gallon quantity at Walmart and your local grocery stores for a reason. Most pots have a maximum oil line that you can fill it. That's 3 gallons. Fill it up to there. 14, 18-pound birds is about as much as I can get in one of these backyard fryers. Anything over that is a little too big. I mean, you can certainly stretch it, but I like to stick between 14 and 18 pounds. Again, I fill it up to the oil line, let it get to 375, drop the bird in, turn it on. I poke the oil periodically throughout the fry to make sure I'm maintaining temperature. When you drop your turkey in, you obviously are going to lose a lot of temperature. So you want to get it to 375. That'll drop down when you put the turkey in, hopefully to around 300. You want to get it back up to 350 for your cook. Cooking time. We want to go anywhere between 2.5 minutes per pound to 3.5 minutes per pound. I like to stick anywhere between 40 and 55 minutes. Depending on how low your grease got, how high it got. Anyway, so you just want to probe your grease. If you're sticking around 340, 350 throughout the entire cook, go a little bit lower on the temperature. You can always throw it back in the grease when you pull it out in temp. So no big deal there. We'll get into temping it when we pull it out. But other than that, guys, we're just going to let this get happy. I'm going to let it cook for about 45 minutes, temp it. If it's good, we're going to roll. Okay, I am 50 minutes into this fry here. I want to check my temperature again. My grease isn't burning. Sticking around 340. That's perfect. My grease looks great. My turkey looks great. I don't see any signs of it overheating or burning. All right, we have come to our target time. I'm going to use a heated glove because, obviously, I did turn off my fire. Once again, I don't want any flames that don't need. I do really like this pot. Reminds me of my crawfish pot. Just put it up. It has little notches. Just set it there, and we can drain. Turkey looks great. Really does. Let this drain here. I'll get a good temp on it, but turkey looks perfect. Really does. This is great fry. All right, turkey's out the grease. Looks great. We're gonna do one final temp on her. We're looking for about 165 in the breast. Find your biggest point in the breast, stick it all the way down. 165. Couldn't be better. Well, thank you for joining this Thanksgiving turkey cooking video. I really enjoyed it. It's my favorite thing to do during Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. I love frying turkeys. Super easy, as long as you do it right, and they're super good. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for joining, guys. Happy holidays.